ladies and gentlemen, this is Chris, and let's play us some Dwarf Fortress. I know it's been a bit while since we've done this, taking our time, sweet time doing this, but now it's about time to get back into it. I now have regular access to my computer, and we can get some serious Dwarf Fortress done. We have a couple posts over here in the forums. I'm not going to show them to you. The information about that's in the description. Specifically, we have a couple people who want us to name dwarves after them. Well, we'll totally do that. And as we get more dwarves, there'll be more opportunities to get your dwarves named after them too. And I'll try to remember their names and call them by it, if I can. But enough of that, let's get going. Continue playing. We are Isthafas, which translates into Questmines, because we're awesome like that. And let's go. It'll take a little while to load, whatever. So, let's see here. Before we are getting ready to dig our giant central staircase. Awesome. So let's make that go. Let's have our miners get to mining. Hey, miners, mine. And look at them go, carving out some rock. They're being slow about it. What kind of rock are they carving? They're carving out quartzite. My apologies. And there's a little bit of, what else? Orthoclast over there. And there was some claystone earlier. That will become important later. Not that important, but important nonetheless. Well, we found some cinnabar. We can make some red rock furniture later if we want to. Some veins have important value, and usually they have that symbol there that the cinnabar has, the red one. Not always, and some of them aren't that useful. For instance, cinnabar is next to useless. But usually things like gold, silver, hematite, which can be turned into iron, things like that will have that symbol. And if they don't, I'll point them out to you. There's some gems. They'll all have that symbol, that little spiderwebby asterisk-looking symbol. And then up here, our dwarves have dug and are now digging out this floor, which I believe we are going to be using for, yes, this floor is going to be our farm floor. Probably. So, let's dig this out. It'll be a while. Meanwhile, let's see what's going on. I'm going to hit the U button, which tells us what all of our units are doing. So we have two miners. They're both digging. Okay. We have a carpenter, not doing much of anything. Our mason's not doing anything. Our planter's not doing anything, but our herbalist totally is. Okay. So, speaking of, while we're here, let's change our preferences around. Let's get some names done. So, as we go through here, I'm seeing that we want... Let's see here. Let's see, what do we got? Haldor. We want a miner named Haldor. Okay. Well, here we go. We will view this creature. We will customize this creature. And we will change their name. And their name now is Haldor. Haldor the Miner. Excellent, excellent. Haldor the Miner. Let's see what else we got here. We have a mason named Lucas Cassius. Well, I don't want to name that much, but I will name him Cassius, because that's an awesome name. So, Cassius. Alright, awesome. And a carpenter named Zor. We can do that. Z-O-R-E. Alright. Anything else? Oh, an herbalist. For bread box? Oh, bread box. Nice name, I approve. So, view, customize nickname, bread box. Nice name, I approve. Alright, there we go. All of our dwarves are now nicknamed, except for our expedition leader miner, our woodcutter, and our planter. So, you guys hit us up on the Dwarf Fortress forums, located at Bay 12 Games, and come claim these guys. Well, except for the expedition leader, because I'm totally going to steal him for myself, because I'm selfish. So, nickname change, Kurisu. Awesome. I am the leader of this expedition, naturally. It's only fitting. So, let's get back to the action. Let's see here. I'm gonna hit F1. That automatically jumps us back to our starting wagon. We got a couple people hanging out there. Let's head down to our fortress entrance. Nothing much going on over here. Got a single dwarf going, picking some plants, as you can see, because he's going to the plant icons. Got the yellow dwarf in the right corner, cutting some trees down. Yeah, cutting more trees. Getting kind of thirsty, whatever. He can cut some more trees like that. Follow this back to our planting layer. Waiting for these guys to plant. Now, the bad thing about Dwarf Fortress is there's a lot of waiting, especially early on, because you gotta wait for them to finish up what they're doing before you can tell them to do something cooler. And then they get hungry and they wander off, and they won't even finish it. Luckily for us, my computer is awesome. You might notice in the left-hand corner that I have an FPS of 140. Now your average game or whatever will run an FPS around 60, and that's good for it. But we're more hardcore than that. We want our dwarves to go as fast as possible, as quickly as possible, because it doesn't really matter that much about player input. It doesn't have to be right on the money. You don't have to hit it at the exact moment. Like Halo, you have to hit that trigger button right at the right time. No, this is just, eventually you'll hit the button and something will happen. So I usually speed it up, the FPS go up to a 200. Right now we're only hitting about 150, because my computer's not that awesome. But it'll run at about double the speed of the game, and we'll get stuff done a lot faster, and there'll be a lot less of this waiting time. As you see, our miner there was taking a nap, got some Z's going over his head. That happens. Normally they go to their bed, but we don't have any beds. Our dwarves don't need any beds. Was that Haldor that was doing that? Yeah, Haldor's too awesome. Haldor does not need a bed. He'll get one later, because, Mrs. Haldor may one day want a bed, of course. But for the time being, or it might be Mr. Haldor. Now that I think about it, I didn't check to see what his gender was. Oh, I'm a dude. But Haldor's apparently a chick. So Mr. Haldor may one day, whoever he may be, may want a bed. So let's keep on going. I should probably post the gender of all these dwarves up there, and I'll get around to that after this broadcast. Right now, we're still mining away. Alright, that room's almost done. We don't really need these hallways right now, so I'm going to tell them to stop digging right here and cut away that designation so that they won't be able to get. I'm going to keep the other designations so that we can get to that, but we're going to do that right now. And is that hematite? Why, yes, that is hematite. We'll be digging into some hematite. We'll be growing plants over it soon, so, a little bit of extra iron in your food. Can't hurt. But that's good. You see all those little commas and periods? That means that they didn't get a rock for those, which means that's one less bit of hematite ore we're going to have to work with later on. And that sucks, but that's what we got to deal with. That's what we get for sending unexperienced miners into a hematite deposit. But we're okay with that. There's lots of rock all over the place. We'll find some more, or maybe we'll find even better sources of iron, like some magnetite. Ooh, tasty stuff that. Comes in huge just circles. And in that case, we'll go eat some of that once they're big and powerful miners, and Haldor and Kurisu will just cut through it with their picks. But at the moment, they're just chilling, taking it easy. I think they're going to go get something to drink. Oh, no, they're carving more staircases. They're carving staircases up here. Cool beans. And they're carving that out. Cool, going to do that. Alright.